It's time now for the Peter Channel Morning News on this Thursday morning, January 12th, 2017. Get on! Good morning to you all this lovely Thursday morning, January 12th, 2017. It's 6:15 a.m. here, and we have a temperature here not near of 49 degrees here today's high will be around the 50s here hit on the Peter Channel. Morning news at 6:15 a.m. and our top story is Washington, where Senate Republicans have launched their effort to repeal and replace President Barack Obama's landmark health care law early Thursday morning and approve of the blueprint that W. Obama repeal. Resolution of Obamacare. While Donald Trump, a news-style fighter, takes the ring during a news conference yesterday at Trump Tower in Manhattan, as he acknowledged for the first time here Wednesday that Russia was responsible for hacking the Democratic Party during the last year's election, but he denied that the leaks were intended to boost him, but argued. Kabul, an investigation into the November firefight between the Taliban and insurgents and the joint U.S.-Afghan forces that concluded that 33 civilians were killed during the operation. That's the question of the moment as Ivanka Trump is clearly the most influential woman in Donald Trump's orbit, begin to provide a hint of the role she will play in this administration. An ex-MI6 officer who is believed to have been a memo claiming Russia as a compromise of virtue of U.S. President Donald Trump is now anonymous, the BBC understands. Demonstrators protest against President Donald Trump's pick for Secretary of State Rex Tillerson on said here in Woodmore. Tillerson confirmation is being held today on Capitol Hill in Washington. Beijing, China on Thursday expressed military respect and cooperation with the U.S. in response to the talk from Donald Trump's pick for Secretary of State, who said the administration would block the Chinese success to the fortified man-made islands. Washington, Mexico's president reiterated his nation will not pay for a wall along the U.S.-Mexican border just as after President Donald Trump doubled down and his campaign pledge to force to continue to do so. Washington Democrats and U.S. also called foul after President Donald Trump canceled an appearance for retired Marine General Jim Spenders to testify there. Baltimore, nearly 2 years after the death of a young black man in Baltimore police custody exposed systematic failures within the department included excessive force, racial discrimination, and legal arrests that city and federal officials have. Instead of bringing in daylight excuse with snowboarders seeking for fresh water, the intense snowstorms that buried the mountains of California, Nevada, up to 10 feet of snow this week instead caused several winter resorts to close. Fort Lauderdale, none of 5 victims left down in the county of Friday at the Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport from the greater Miami area, but their deaths will become forever been embedded and collect the local. After the vote next week on resolution opposing a reopened gas compression station, Norfolk area representative named it a penalty on state ethics law. Oil held gains after advancing in the most in almost 6 years on its U.S. refiners processing a record amount of crude, while OPEC and other producers in the nation tripped to stabilize the market. While tightening its commitment to avoid conflicts of interest, President Donald Trump said Wednesday he turned down a $2 billion street offer deal from the Middle Eastern mega developer of the Beverly Hills of Dubai. Samsung Gary Lee Jong-young was grilled by South Korean prosecutors Thursday after being a criminal suspect in a corrupt scandal of impeached President Park Geun-hye. Germany has suspended an economic last quarter may have accelerated more than analysts predicted in 2016. Growth climbed to the fastest pace in 5 years. Stocks now up 9.75 was 99.54.28. SP 500 up 6.42.02 275.32, and Nasdaq up 11.83.563.65. President Donald Trump and his members of the proposed cabinet transition team have taken aim at President Obama's coveted clean energy policy programs that lessons of 2014 from the Paris Agreement and the Clean Power Plan. Absolute truth is just cold and still the point at which that motion of the atoms make up the object and stops completely while the object has no energy left to give. Scientists say they have figured out the most precise nature of the moon and didn't see it before thanks to the samples of lunar rocks gathered during the NASA's Apollo 14 mission. Scientists now long stress that can influence your heartfelt about how this translation takes place and has been some of the mystery until now. There are various treatments involved in being back in prostate cancer diagnosis, sometimes where men may feel that he's at the mercy of the doctor recommended treatments that can be worse and possibly without long-term side effects. In the aftermath of the Miami-Dade Zika outbreak, a team of physicians from the University of Miami Health System has published a case study detailing the country's first locally transmitted case of a mosquito-borne illness in local pregnant women. Modern medicine often feels like medicine. A technician picks this kid, drops a drop of blood, and whisks it away in another room. Peter Children's time is now 6:20 on this. Third on in here, and it's time out for Sports Sport. Last night, the Boston Celtics beat the Washington Wizards 117-108 wall. In hockey, the North Letters hockey team get blanked 3-0 by the Westwood Wolverines. Tonight, the Boston Brunsby and Nashville take on the Nashville Predators. Game time, 8 o'clock. While the Wheaton Lions women's basketball team will have a game at 7 o'clock against the Yamaha Engineers. Game time, 7 o'clock on the Peter Channel. San Diego Chargers are extended the Nuts moving to LA. Peter Children's time is now 6:20 on this. Third of all in here, and it's time now for traffic and transit report. Beep! Let's dominate potatoes. MTA was 76 is looking good. Got meter rail. Whistler train 50354 here. Station is operating 10 minutes between York and Whistler due to train traffic. Framingham train 58605. The driver is expected to depart Framingham near schedule. And on the ferries, they are looking good. Okay, let's study off on the hours and byways. 95, southbound side, back to the Bridgeport stretch. Merritt Parkway, southbound side, by the Bridgewater stretch. Central and western Massachusetts highways are looking at some of the Route 2 to the eastbound side, a little so around the Fitchburg-Leominster stretch. Out in Gray Boston, 95 at the northbound side, it's backed up at the positive 3, the north of the 128, Captain 24 to the northbound side, it's backed up from 27 in Brockton, 128, Captain Route 3 to the northbound side, it's backed around with 18 way with Burger T split 7 expressway, northbound side by the Burger T split all the way down to Dorchester 7 expressway, southbound side by the Dorchester stretch, 120 Wolf is back by the Burger T split, 120 at the northbound side, it is backed up just around Great Plains Avenue, Needham on here, Route 9 in Wellesley, and Mass Park the eastbound side, back by the Framingham and Natick stretch. 93 is southbound side, slow up and go from Andover all the way to Route 1 in the Charlestown in the Boston stretch. 120 is southbound side, it is backed up from Route 1 in Peabody all the way to 93 in Redden. Route 3 is southbound about 495, below down to Milwaukee. Up north, it's looking good and downwards in Bowies, Vermont, North Germania, except on Interstate 89 on the southbound side, a little so at St. Albans Sound. And Interstate 8 westbound side is backed up after the New York State Bridge. Peter Children's time, 6:22 on this. Third of all in here, and it's time now for a weather report here. And looking at radar, it shows a lot of rain showers, little light, south from Bridgeport down to central, east central portion of the Long Island side. And some rain showers, but some rain and a line of rain showers off the north and straight to the east and a little line of rain showers by Chatham around Nantucket here, and some spotty rain showers east of Pittsfield and around Bennington, east of Bennington and southeast of Vermont. Okay, so as this weather outlook here, because there'll be a risk of wind gusts around 45 miles an hour across portions of eastern Massachusetts and red out for the afternoon evening period, and a wind advisory may be needed. Alright, 7-day forecast goes like this. For today, scatter shot may between noon and 5 p.m. Areas of fog before 10 a.m. Then areas of fog after 2 p.m. Otherwise, mostly clouds at 58 degrees. The southwest about 13-15 miles of gust side, 40 miles an hour, temperature 30%. New months less than 10 minutes possible. Tonight, isolation shots before 8 p.m. Areas of fog between 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. Otherwise, mostly gust at a little about 41 degrees. Southwest about 6 to 14 miles of gust side, 29 miles an hour, temperature 20%. Friday, Sunday, mostly crisp about 43 about 14 degrees. West about 5 to 30 miles of gust side, 28 miles an hour. Friday night, mostly crisp about 14 degrees. North about 7 to 9 miles an hour, gust side, 21 miles an hour. For Saturday, put these into the most clouds about 28 about 18 degrees, north about 6 miles an hour, common in the morning. For Sunday, Sunday the most clouds about 36 about 19 degrees. For Monday, Lumicating day, mostly Sunday, mostly clouds about 3 about 25 degrees. Today, at Church Bay, mostly clouds about 43 about 34 degrees, concentration 35%. And for Wednesday, at Church Bay, mostly clouds about 40 degrees, concentration 40%. In Taunton, it's 51 degrees with overcast skies. Here in Nottingham, it is 49 degrees, and in Mansfield, it's 50, and that's going to be it for the Peter Channel Morning News on this Thursday morning, January 12th, 2017. I'm pretty sure you have a good morning and good passenger today. I hope you all have a good day.